we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very alert. We have to be very aware. And we have to push ourselves out of the sadhana when we're out of sadhana time. Why? Because that's when it really counts. And we shouldn't depend on people watching us, or we shouldn't depend on a teacher, or we shouldn't depend on an outer source to watch us. Why? Because it is impossible to have someone watching us all the time. And if we depend on someone watching us, then we don't have a good relationship with ourselves. If we always depend on other people watching us, we don't have a very good relationship with ourselves. We don't like ourselves, or we don't put responsibility toward ourselves, or we don't actually rely upon ourselves. When we don't need other people to watch us, we have a very good relationship with ourselves. If we have a good relationship with ourselves, we will see our actions transform and change and bear good results. If we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, then we depend on other people to watch us, or scold us, or tell us off, or to actually put us in our place, or to guide us. And that also is not very good. Why? Because we're not acting on our own volition, or acting from our own thinking, or transformation, or strength. We're acting because we're being watched. If we are acting because we are being watched, that builds up. Because then we send a psychological message to ourselves, oh, I'm being watched, I've got to be good. And then the minute I'm not watched, then I'm going to be myself. And that's a very bad message we send ourselves. And after months and years, what happens is we automatically get into this kind of mode. I'm being watched, I'll be good. I'm not being watched, I won't be good. So what happens? Even the time that we're good, we don't collect any positive karma. Nothing happens. Why? Because we're not good for inner transformation, or inner thought, or inner strength, or inner understanding. We're just acting good because we are under threat. We are being watched. So how is that collecting good karma? Not possible. That's like a young monk who's frivolous and don't understand their vows, or don't do any meditations, so they're always under threat. They can lose their vows anytime. As compared to an elder monk or senior monk, who the vows are very natural. They don't hold it, but they are acting naturally from the vows. Why? They contemplate and thought about it. There are monks who live their vows where it's very difficult to live their vows. Very, very difficult. Why? It's become like a prison. And there are monks who, it's as if they don't have any vows, but they act from the vows. Because it's from days and days of contemplation and acting. So similarly, if we have people watch us all the time, then our Dharma practice cannot bear many results. Why? We're not acting from ourselves. We're not acting from our strength. So therefore, we can look at people around us. We can look at a lot of examples. Why some people transform, and why some people don't transform. Those who transform, they actually have a very good relationship with themselves. So in Christian terms, it would be something like they have a good relationship with God. Why? If you have a very good relationship with God, you're very comfortable. You love yourself. You don't need people to tell you to do the good thing. You live in goodness. You live in positiveness and benefit. But if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, then many things you do cannot be successful. Why is that? Because you don't do it from you. You do it because you're forced. You do it because you're watched. You do it because you're afraid to get scolding or to have negative repercussion. So you're not doing it from you. You're doing it because you're being watched. And that's very dangerous. Why? It's a waste of time. We need to have control of our lives. We need to have control of ourselves. And we need to be comfortable with ourselves. And we need to be happy with ourselves. And we need to accept ourselves. And the only way we can do that is if we understand Buddha's teachings. If we understand Buddha's teachings, we will be very happy and comfortable with ourselves. We'll be very happy and comfortable with what happens. And we will see ourselves improve. Why? Because Buddha's teachings are a natural way of acting. What we act is not natural. Being lazy is not natural. It's definitely not natural. Or being angersome is not natural. Or being sneaky is not natural. Being greedy is not natural. That's not a natural state of mind. That is unnatural. Why is it unnatural? Because those states of mind make us worry, unhappy, not have friends, lonely, and always on alert. When we're nice, when we have good motivation, when we're giving, or we're actually quite loving to others and caring, it's very natural because we feel good. We feel comfortable. We make other people feel comfortable. So people are comfortable, I'm comfortable. Comfort or comfortable mind or happy mind is a natural state. If it is an unnatural state, then we cannot practice or aspire towards that. If it is a natural state, then when we experience that state, even for a few minutes a day, then we feel happy. Happiness is a natural state of mind. Unhappiness is an unnatural state of mind. Why is unnatural? Because you're unhappy. Where in the world you like black, thunderstorm, or darkness, or suffering, or death, or ugliness, unhappiness, violence? Who likes that? Even people who are very violent, even people who are very angersome, they don't like other people who are violent and angersome. They like other people who, when they go around them, they feel calm and happy. Even wild animals who are violent, like tigers and leopards and panthers, even wild animals, they're only violent and angry, or they're in a violent state of mind for a few hours later. The rest of the time they're laying around doing nothing. Even they're in a calm state of mind most of the time. So my point is, you can check what is natural and unnatural with yourself. So if you wish to be in a natural state of mind, then you have to engage in actions that create that natural state of mind. And that is to be very comfortable with yourself. How do you become comfortable with yourself? To act in ways that are natural. At first it seems unnatural. Why? Because we're out of the habit. Many lifetimes of being out of the habit. But being natural, to be aware, is very natural. Very natural. To be kind is very natural. To be concerned about another person is very natural. And I want to establish that. It's natural because it brings us and others happiness. Everything we don't want, loneliness, disrespect, and people being angry with us, and people giving us a black face, everything we don't want can be avoided by engaging in natural actions. Unnatural actions lead to unnatural results. So therefore, when we act that is opposite Buddha's teachings, it is unnatural. Because Buddha's teachings bring us to a natural state of mind, clear light, calm, happy, forgive, nice, effort, enthusiasm. Why? Because those tools bring us even higher. Happiness, being kind, putting in effort, enthusiasm, all those are just tools. They are not in themselves the result. Those are just tools. The actual result is pure happiness. Happiness that doesn't end. Security. Happiness for others. Calmness. Calmness doesn't mean you can't shout and scream. Calmness means shout and scream becomes a method, not who you are. It's a very, very big difference. Very, very big difference.